Nice bit of timber work here, look. See where all the roofs excuse me. All the roofs collapsed, look. So Tom going for mine exploration. We've taken a day off work today, so it's Friday the 18th, is it? Yeah. Of July. So what a few holidays from last year. So this is the start of the week's holiday. Gary's off doing. Oh no, you're at work next week, yeah. And I'm off, so that's good. Anyhow, so we've come out today. We're up in the middle of nowhere. We're up near somewhere between Middleton-in-Teesdale and Alston. And this place actually isn't on the map. We're coming to see a little working that I came across years ago. I was looking around the old buildings and stuff, hence why we're in this barn now. And just sort of out with the dog, and I found this old adit. So I'm not sure whether it's going to go anywhere. I don't know if it's going to be a waste of time or not, but we'll go and have a look. Might be worth seeing. I think the fact that it's not marked on any map is probably an indication that it probably isn't going to lead to much. But there's a few up here as well. There's troughs mine. So if we continue down the mine track that way, eventually we come to troughs. Them adits again. There's nothing on the internet about them. There's very little in books. So I know it was worked sort of around the 1830s, 1860s, that sort of time. So I imagine this is probably a similar sort of working because it said there was lots of veins, most of which were uncharted, or lots of adits. Sorry. So it could well be part of Troughs Mine, or it could be part of possibly Ashgill Head, which is some distance down the hill there. So we'll have a look. Might lead to something, might lead to nothing, but see what happens. Right, so here it is. As you can see, it's just a little adit. Looks quite wet and muddy inside, so we'll get our gear on and see what happens. We've got a location here, so I've texted the location over to Shona, so she knows where we are and everything like that. So we should be as safe as we can be. Doesn't sound good, does it?
It's like the death of a zip.
A dead zip. Sounds a bit better. Right, so just climb down in if you wouldn't mind passing that down to us. Don't want to get me lily white hands dirty, do I? Goes. Backpack on. It's a bit hazy down here, mind you. Right, so we're in. And the water's, it's sort of stagnant. I probably can't see on the photo, on the picture, but there's sort of like an oily residue on the surface of the water. You can see here, right in front of us, look, got a, weirdly, just the bracket stuck out the wall, straight. I can see there's a bit of a fall in front, but nothing too bad. turn this light off so it stops coming out here on the screen. So again, I'm using different settings on the camera this time. Like I said, I keep looking at past footage which we did a couple of days ago, which was Bunton level revisited, and I'm making the small changes from there, just to see if we can improve the quality a bit more. Certainly to the stabilisation. I've got different stabilisation settings this time. So it looks like it does go and it goes around the corner, I think. So we've got a bit of a fall here, nothing bad as you can see, just going into the shale section of the mine. We try what's not stuck out there, is it, Mr. Mason?
No.
Okay. I don't want to be catching the walls here, you see, so if I can help it. So I'm just going to sit here and put my light on and see. Yeah, so you can see it's going to return to block work, I think. We've got a big crack in the wall there. I'll try to keep as low as I can here, because we're not very deep underground. There is a bit of a valley above us. Oh no, don't say this is it. I can't tell whether it goes around the corner or not. It's be a shame, won't it, if this is the end of it. So this water now's about kneecap sort of height. Now it goes, I think. You can see here where they've set different stones in. This is not too bright for you on the camera. The camera's ever so new, so I'm dead reluctant to get it dirty, but oh well. Something's telling me I should probably leave my backpack here, but we'll try, we'll see what happens. It's a bit slippy. In fact, I can't get enough purchase on the rock. I can't dig my feet in enough to get up it. Just a second to pick up. Right. Yeah, so it does go, look. I don't know whether to leave my backpack here. Because of how rough this is, I don't want to be catching myself on anything. So let's head down through here. So you can see here, look, we've got a bit of walking through. It's a fill in the passage. Well, obviously it is, but you can see the timbers to either side of me here, and to the other side, where the supports are giving way. Yep, and it carries on, so let's have a look. Got to monitor the air here. Right, okay. So again, I'm looking at the floor, look. It looks awful deep under there. So I'm being particularly careful where we're standing and things. Yep, it goes on. It's falling down there. The Ooh, look how deep this is getting. Are you alright there, Gary?
Yeah.
So the water here is sort of just about up to your hips. And of course the air's getting fresher now because we're moving away from that wooded section. I'll see the timber produces carbon dioxide as it rots. Not much airflow in here, so you get pockets of cooler air. So if we're looking up here, so it looks like we're pretty much at the level that the mine was. So not walking on the claps or anything. You have to be careful of these walls, Gary. They're very crumbly, aren't they? I'll just keep my eye out to the walls because where you get sort of flat areas like this, can you see here, look? Oh, there's an initial written into the wall. Is that VA, is it? Or WA? So what have we got here then? In front of us. Does it go around that corner? I can't see yet. Yes, we are getting some air. And if we look to our left here, which is a bit strange, look. Can you see there's this sort of shelf? Yeah, I can hear a lot of water running in the distance as well. Oh, I'm a bit warm. So it does go. So ahead of us here, it does keep going. There's a little bit of water running down from somewhere. Up here. So to the left, you can see there's a shaft or a manway going down. I'm sure I felt something move beneath my hand. That's probably where all the air's coming in from. I remember up on the top there was a shaft. It was completely plugged, but potentially it could be that. We're bending that, innit? So again, big slabs look on the walls. Just keep my eye out for graffiti. There's no sign of what they were working. Like, I haven't seen a vein as such. And there's no sort of mineralisation anywhere that I can see of any type. That's what we're following. It's extremely shady and all that, which is not good. Right, so we carry on. Nice bit of timber work here, look. See where all the roofs clap. Excuse me. All the roofs collapsed, look. And left just the spot. So it does go around the corner. So I don't want to touch them, so it's a bit overkill, but I'm crawling because I don't want to damage anything. See how this seat's getting in here. Getting around that oxygen. So again, deep water. You can hear the passage here is a lot firmer. Yeah, it keeps going. This is surprising. I didn't think a little mine up here, right in the middle of nowhere, would be so big. It goes so far. I'll turn it around so you can see the sort of depth of water here with Derry. Oh, looks like he's had a bit of a dunking. Soft bit there, Gary. Put me big light on the sec just so I can see what that is. Yeah, we've just got a big block in the floor there. There's no sign of any rails or anything like that. So what's this little coming through here? It's an offshoot. To our left. Yeah, so to our left there, look. We've got this what looks like the bottom of an offshoot. Can you look up it? Yeah, it is. That's going up some flats or something above, up there. And then it continues on. I hope this isn't really deep water here. So we've got a fair bit coming down from the roof. I say a fair bit, it isn't really a fair bit. And some more supporting up there. And drag marks, look. So if you look at this, I don't know if you can see sort of drag marks going along that. I wonder if sort of mine carts and stuff are catching it or something, or ropes. Might have been on the floor originally. Yeah, some big timbers there, look, and they're almost split. Can you see? I can definitely hear something ahead. It sounds like water hitting something. Right, I'll spin it round. Yeah, like I say, I'm not. This is the first time I've been. Oops, this is the first time I've been here, this far in at least. Well, I say this far in. I passed in the dog years ago, like I said before, on the hill there. So, oops, this is all new stuff to us. And there's nothing to read on the internet about this place. It seems to be completely unknown. There's no. If you look at the old maps, it doesn't show it as an old level or anything like that. It's just nothing. I've gone back to 1856 and I can't see anything up to that point, so you know, could be earlier than that possibly, but normally they would the Island Survey would mark it, wouldn't they? Great big bit of the wall hanging out there. Don't want to be touching that. Yeah, so the noise I could hear is just up ahead. Oh, look at this. Oh, don't touch that, lad. I thought that was daylight I could see, but it's not. So you can just see the rock here, look, in there, in the post. It looks like this is about as far as it's going to go. I presume we're probably underneath the beck here. You see how quick the air's turning as well. actually photographs, we got all these water particles that you can see. Here, look, in the light. Doesn't make for a good picture at all. So that was interesting. So we work our way back. Now, start the video again. Come to anything that we didn't see on the way in. But, bit of deep water, right, so I'll see you again in a minute. So I hope the focus is working out alright this time, because I know last time in the last video there was a few problems with the focus. It's one thing that once it lets this camera down, it's just got so many settings for focus. Just being careful. And it's areas like this where the air it's not bad, it's not going to set an alarm off or nothing, I don't think, but you can certainly feel it. There's a change in air quality, that's for sure. Down from 21% to probably about 19 or something. Oh, Gary, it seems so easy to get back up here. Yeah, so I think this is the next bit here that I'll have to count the bag with the tripod in, just in this next chamber. Right, so that was, I don't know, can't tell you the name, I don't know the name, it doesn't seem to have a name. So that was a quick explore of that. So as you can see, there's a few, turn the light on a second. There's a few possibilities of going up to higher levels, but I'll show you the ground around here and then you'll realise that whatever's above us can't go very far because we're in quite a deep rutted valley. So we'll go outside and we'll sort ourselves out, get all the gear off and things, and have a bit of a mooch around outside and see if we can see above ground where we were, where the shaft was and this sort of thing. So I'll see you in a sec. So just walking along the top of the valley, we can see it's possibly the spoil heap actually that we're on here. That could be the claps there, the first claps that you come to. Because it looks like basically it's following this I don't know what you call it really, this cutting into the hill. So just having climbed up the top, we can see here, this is the top of the shaft looking back down, or manway, or whatever you want to call it. So presumably this is where that water's coming from, and what little airflow there was up there, or down there. So it's been a bit of a climb up, but this is the spoil heap of Trough's mine. Trough, I'm not sure how you say it. So we've just met the farmer as well, who's taking some sheep in, and he's pointed us in the direction of some other mines, so we'll have a look at those probably in the coming weeks. Same as wheel pits and all sorts to see, so that'll be interesting. So we'll go and have a look at that in a couple of weeks time maybe, if time permits. Yeah, so just coming up here, I can just see what looks like an incline or something coming up out of the mist. And on the map it's just marked as all levels, so could be an adit here. We'll have to just keep our eyes peeled. It's not easy to do, to see where you're going. Interesting. Could it be a mine shop or something like that? Or maybe a dressing plant or something? Oh, still out of breath. So inside it was a 2-room dwelling by the looks of it. Looks like there's the dividing wall here. So I imagine one side would have been the mine shop and the other side would have been you know, for maybe blacksmiths or something like that possibly, or who knows. There is a chimney or some sort of leat outside as well. So if we move over to here, you can see this is the, I don't know what this was. It could have had a roof on it, couldn't it? So it could have been some sort of chimney. It's a bit like what you get up in you know, Gang and all the rest of it and places like that. But it's almost going downhill. So on the other hand, was it some sort of leat? I don't know. So arriving up here near the top, it looks like this is the remains of the reservoir, because we've got this part here. I think we're probably stood in it as well. As we move around to our left, this is looking back down towards the mine shop. All of this is very boggy. So it looks like possibly this is the reservoir, I think, that is supplying that that shop down there. I don't know if I can zoom in here so you can see how far away we are from the mine shop. Don't think you can make that out on the camera, but we're not that far away from it. Alright, so if we now go to the head of that leat, I'll call it a leat for now, we've got a shaft on a bit of a mound. It's a decent size as well. I mean, that must be 6 foot diameter, so must have been quite a decent working, I think, down there. Is it brick lined, Gary? Can you see? No, I think it's a stone, isn't it?
Stone.
So we're at the very top of the hill. Definitely no adits up here. I know it says so on the map, but can't see anything. And we actually can't see anything. Just look at the fog. So we ain't going to close our eyes and spin around 10 times because we'll probably not find the way back to the car. But we'll set off, go back down, and we'll go down the other valley that we came up and just see if there's anything in that side. So we come to this rather odd little piece here where you can see at one stage it was full of water, but it looks like it's fairly recently all drained away, which is a bit strange, especially when everything else has got water in it. I wonder where or what's happened to it. And then if we look to our right, we have got a shaft here, which is set into a strange place in the hill, really. It's almost like cockeyed, isn't it? We're looking down there. Difficult to see how deep it is, isn't it? It's a bit strange. So I think we're probably just about done on Troughs Mine. I know there's one more adit, and I think there's possibly one more shaft. So how many shafts have we seen now? I bet we've seen probably 7 shafts in total. So yeah, it is right what the Ordnance Survey is showing, or the old map from 1860 odd, 1856, whatever it was. Just a few adits though. I think we're coming to an adit shortly, I hope. And then there was that one that of course we went in earlier on, so I think pretty much we've done troughs from one end to the other. Found it. Right, so this is adit number 2. Gotta be a bit careful though, because there is a farmer just at the top of that hill, so we don't want to make the hole any bigger than what it is. So I've turned the ISO right up there, so hopefully you can see in that that's just a complete blockage. So it looks like the second adit doesn't go anywhere. Hopefully you can make this out. Shine the torch around. You can see there's some strange green growths in the floor there. So I think that pretty much wraps up Troughs Mine. We've been right over the whole area. It's quite a substantial area if you looked at it on the map. It does go over quite a large distance. So we've been right up to the top and right down to the bottom, and we've seen, I think, pretty much everything there is to see on this mine. So of course it was originally worked with just 2 people. I think there was somebody called a mine manager, but it turns out he was actually one of the miners and a young lad, which you probably take to be his son. But there's not really a lot of information on this mine other than that the dates where it was opened between 1830 odd and 1860 or 1870 odd, that sort of time, and that nothing really came of it. So they worked several veins, as we've seen from the different shafts and entrances and things, but none of them were particularly productive, and eventually the mine was closed. So hopefully you've enjoyed this quick tour of Troughs. Tom and Gary for Mine Exploration. See you again next time. Thanks for watching.